Hello, business finance students. Here is one of the assignments from the book, and is assigned for this week. Let's look at here. I already created a 30-minute video above, and to explain this. Now, let me explain how we have to solve this one. Here is that we are saying that I gave an example of a federal government selling a bond at a discount or at a premium. And now we want to know how do we do the calculation without going through difficult, mathematical formulas. And can we use these tables that the book is giving us to do the calculation? And the answer is yes. And here we are. Let me close this and close this and refresh. Okay, I click here, and these are the problems, and this is the problem that we are talking. Let's see what it means. Is in terms of Donald Trump, I said he is going to give you, he needs to borrow some money from you. He wants to sell you a bond, and he is promising you for 12 years in a row he is going to give you a 5%. 5% of $1,000 is $50. He is asking for some money from you. He wants to give you $50 every year for 12 years. And now you want to know how much you should give him for this deal. You know that if you put your money in the bank is going to give you 6%, which is $60. Therefore, you would say that why should you give your money to the government that pays you only 5%, which is $50 a year? Therefore, in order to entice you, to encourage you, the government tells you, okay, instead of giving us 1,000, it is going to give you a discount, which means instead of giving you asking for 1,000, they tell you only give us possibly maybe 950, because by doing so, it wants to compete with the bank, which is giving you 6%. If you put $1,000 in the bank will give you 6%. However, the government says that they give you 5%, but instead they don't want $1,000. They sell it for a discount, which is 900 something. That way you go and buy this bond. We want to know how much the value of this bond is, and how do we calculate? One way we looked at it is through the mathematical way. And the price of the bond comes from two components. One is because of this 5%, we have to see how much this $50 worth. This is called annuity. When someone gives you $50 for 12 years, that is an annuity of $50 for 12 years. We can calculate that, and this table helps us to calculate that, the annuity of $5 for 12 years. And do you see, this is 12 years, and then annuity of when the interest rates are at certain amount. And then another component is that he is giving you $1,000 10 years from now. Therefore, this helps us. This is 10 years. Do you see the number of years here, time period here, 10 years? And he is going to give you $1,000. We can do these calculations to see the value of a bond. We come here, and here is another example that I want to show you how we can use that table. This formula, which is a mathematical formula, is a kind of difficult to use. Why it is difficult? Because we have to use a lot of calculation. However, these tables make our life easy. On this case, the government, Trump, is telling you he is going to give you $100 every year for 3 years. That means that the coupon payment here is 10%. 10% of $1,000 is $100. This 7% is what the bank, do you see it is 1.07? The banks are saying that they are going to give you 7%. The banks are giving you $70 a year, but Trump is giving you $100 a year. And also after 3 years, he's going to give you $1,000. He is giving you a better deal than the bank. For that reason, he is smart. He is not going to sell his bonds to you for 1,000. He is asking for a premium because the coupon that he's giving you is more than what the bank interest, which is 7%, which is $70. Therefore, we have two components here. One component, this is called annuity of 3 years, and also one lump same payment of $1,000. If by any chance we can find the present value of this $1,000 in today's money, which is $816, then we can, calculate the price of the bond, because we can calculate these numbers also. Let's see if the table can help me to find out where, without using this difficult formula, can the present value of $1, show me $816. Yes, look at this table. Look at here. And we said that when the interest rates are at 7%, do you see here it's 7%? And in 3 years, do you see here is written 8.816? Do you see this 0.816? That means that the present value of $1 in today's money is 0.81 cents. Do you see that? 8.816. Therefore, the present value of $1,000 that Trump is going to give me 3 years down the road is 816. And also, he is giving me the annuity in 3 years, in the first year, when he is giving me, when the interest rate are at 7%, in first year, that 7% is the $100 that he is giving me. The value is, do you see 0.93 is for $1? For $100 is 93 cents, $93. For 2 years, 2 years down the road, when he gives me $100, that is again another number, and then another number. We add these three numbers together. When we add those three numbers, are these three numbers. And then we add that to 816. That means these are the annuities that we calculated. This is the present. Therefore, that is where the price of the bond comes from. As we said, the example of the book that it is giving you, apply it, which was here, that problem is these tables can be used. The first example, instead of giving you, a coupon payment of $100, is giving you a coupon payment of $50. Therefore, you have to multiply 50 by these numbers. Use the year that it is giving you, which is 12 years, which is right here. Find the interest rates and multiply it by 50 to find the present value of the annuity. That's one number. Then find the present value of the $1,000 that the bond is giving you and add them together. In that case, it comes to $916. Let me see if I can find that number in here. I click here, and then I come in here. That's for regarding this problem, which is right here, and March 3 to March 9. And when you go in here, homework 13, when I click here, I come here, and this is the problem. And if you look at here, for this problem, which as you all see, is you are here 13.1. I click here, and you use this. You go to the table and you will look at when the interest rates are at 6%. We know the coupon payment, we already know 50. Therefore, we have to multiply the numbers by 50, because that's 5% of 1,000, it's 50. And then when we are looking at 12 years, annuity of 12 years, when the interest rates are at 6%. We go to annuity, interest rates are at 6%. Do you see here is written 8.384 here, right? It is here because here is 6% is here, 12 years is here, 12 years, and this number, which means the value of, is 8.384. Then we have $50 instead of $100. Therefore, we multiply this by $50 to calculate our, annuity value, which is this one times 50. That gives us the annuity for 50. If I multiply 8 times 50 is, 400 something is the value of our annuity. Then we come here and we say that we have, when the interest rates are at 6%, after 12 years, look at here, 12 years is $497. This is 0.497. 0.497 under this 6% and under this 12. If you look at the number is 0.497 for $1. For $1,000 would be $497. We add this together and we calculate the price of the bond. I think the price of this bond in here comes, if we add those numbers, comes to, for example, $916. Do you see that? Then we use the same table. When I click here, this is the Appendix B. That is the annuity table. And the other one, which is this one, is the present value of that $1,000 that is giving you. Therefore, I want you to become familiar with this. I know that these problems can be time consuming, but you will learn significantly, yes, yield to maturity, YTM, that is, giving you the rate, and CY is current yield, and the price of the bond is less. And, we want you to know, you already learned about premium. When it sells the premium, that means it is more than 1,000. When it sells at a discount, it is less than 1,000. We want you to, by watching these two videos, hopefully you will be able to solve the problems of this chapter. And some of you invested in stocks. Some of you might decide to buy bonds. 4 students already invested in stocks. These students can buy bonds. Why? Because they say, the bank is not going to give me any interest. I don't want to put my money, $1,000 or, $5 or whatever in the bank. If it is giving me, it is giving me 1% interest, why should I why should I buy, bonds which are paying a coupon payment of 5%? Means, 5% is much more than what the bank is giving you, 1%. You will be a financial manager. This is a business finance. If you are the chief financial officer and you have a lot of cash, or, you want to buy some bonds, then you might decide to go and look to see what the federal government is paying the, coupon payment. Or somehow maybe Apple Computer comes and says they need some money from you, they give you some bonds, they want to sell you some bonds. You look at your coupon payment, you look at the risk, you look at the market interest rates. Or in another way to look at it is that you are the chief financial officer and you need to borrow some money from the people. To borrow, you have to give them a coupon payment. You promise them, you say, I'm going to sell you a bond for $1,000, and this is the coupon payment that we give you, and this is the maturity year, year to maturity, 12 years, 10-year bond, you can sell, and the people, give you their money. Therefore, that's why you have to be familiar with these bonds, because as the chief financial officer, sometimes you want to buy bonds, to invest the money of the company. Someone you want to sell bonds. And sometimes as an individual investor, as 4 students went to Schwab and opened accounts, and some more are opening also, I am sending the money to them. And these students, might decide suddenly to look at Schwab to see they have $5, and they say, if we put the $5 in the bank is not going to give us any interest payments. Let's buy $5 worth of a bond that is paying 5% coupon payment. Do you see how the people get rich by understanding stocks, by understanding bonds? Therefore, stocks and bonds are important components of the U.S. economy, of the businesses, because Walmart, Apple, all companies constantly, they buy bonds, they sell bonds, they invest in bonds. Therefore, this is an important concept, just like as stocks. If you have any questions, let me know.